But I wasn't cheating. Mrs. Jeepers touched her green brooch again and her eyes flashed. Melody gasped and Liza closed her eyes. Would Mrs. Jeepers do something terrible to him? Eddie didn't want to find out. He slid from his desk and stomped out of the room. The principal's office was a wreck. The secretary was pushing buttons and yelling into the intercom system for the art teacher, while a second-grade teacher was talking with Principal Davis. 28 second graders wandered around the office, pulling stuff off the secretary's desk and playing tag with each other. Eddie plopped into a chair to watch the excitement. A tall woman with long white hair sat next to him. She wore a white shirt with big silver buttons, black leggings, and black boots that came up above her knees. Her face was long and thin and whiter than chalk dust. She smiled at him, showing a mouthful of metal braces. "You're too old to have braces," Eddie blurted. The woman shrugged. "What makes you think I'm old?" "You have white hair," Eddie told her. The tall woman smiled again. "My hair may not be the delightful color of Jupiter like yours, but where I come from, people think I look young, and people are never too old to wear braces." Then she looked at Principal Davis. "Are you waiting to see the principal?" Eddie asked her. "Because if you are, it might be a while. This place is a zoo." The tall woman frowned and looked around the room. "There are no animals here," she said. "I don't mean a real zoo," Eddie started to explain. "It does not matter," the strange woman interrupted and pulled some papers out of her briefcase. "I will not have to wait much longer." The second-grade teacher was still talking to Principal Davis. "But my students are supposed to have art now," she was saying. "Where could the art teacher be?" Principal Davis shook his head. "Mr. Gibson's car is in the parking lot, and I saw him earlier this morning. He must be somewhere. First, there was that electrical power surge, and now the art teacher is missing. If only there was a substitute teacher who could teach the art classes." The lady winked at Eddie before she walked up to Principal Davis and handed him her papers. "Hello, my name is Mrs. Zork. I am looking for a teaching job." Principal Davis's mouth dropped open as he looked at Mrs. Zork's papers. "Can you teach art?" "Art is my specialty," she said. "As a matter of fact, where I come from, my pottery is displayed in the Capitol." Principal Davis grinned and gestured to the kids running circles around his desk. "They're all yours, Mrs. Zork." As soon as the tall woman left with the children, Principal Davis looked at his secretary. "That was lucky." Eddie watched the tall woman walk down the hall and whispered, "I think it's creepy." Chapter 3. Mrs. Zork. When Eddie got back from the principal's office, his class was lining up for art. "Did you get in trouble?" Howie asked softly. "Nah, Principal Davis was too busy chasing second graders," Eddie told him. "Those flickering lights were weird," Howie whispered to Eddie. "Even Mrs. Jeepers thought so." "Speaking of weird, you should see the new art teacher," Eddie said. "New art teacher? What happened to Mr. Gibson?" Liza asked. Eddie shrugged. "No one knows, not even Principal Davis." "You're lying," Melody said. "Teachers don't just disappear." "They do at Bailey Elementary," Eddie snapped. "What's strange about this new art teacher?" Howie interrupted. "For one thing, she looks like she fell into a bag of flour," Eddie told them. "Her face is so white I bet her blood has been sucked dry by Count Dracula." "Maybe Mrs. Jeepers got her," Melody giggled. "I think Eddie's exaggerating," Liza told her. "You'll find out when you see her," Eddie told his friends as they left their classroom. "I beg your pardon," Mrs. Jeepers said when she opened the art room door. "I am looking for Mr. Gibson." The tall woman smiled at the class. The kids stared at her white face and silver braces. "I am the substitute, Mrs. Zork." Mrs. Jeepers flashed her eyes.